Where there are people, there is rush. Where there is wind, there is gush. And where it is Mahindra, there is gust. The much-awaited automatic scooter Gusto of this Indian automaker has finally made its debut. Speaking of which, the benchmark in the segment has notched up quite severely. So before you look out for details, here is a quick share on its first ride. On the look, scooter is dynamic in nature and boasts utility as well as maneuverability at its best. The ultimately high ground clearance, telescopic front suspension, pilot lamps, and on the top of all, Indian designing makes it a complete package. Features are a special concentration on the Mahindra's newbie. To name them rightly, the first come flip key and pilot lamps that adds value. On the other side, the utility is handy with the dashboard or storing space placed next to instrument cluster meant for bits like phones, sunglasses and many more. The cover to it is most needed, but it seems it will make way as optional feature in near future. The under-seat boot opening is vice versa to the conventional methodology and sports locking mechanism when raised up to avoid that thud experience many a time. Blissfully, the kick is placed to the convenience of a rider facing to the front, like that of old Bajaj scooters and Vespas, where you don't have to plug the scooter or main stand, then face the hassle of kickstart, unlike modern-day Activas and more. In addition, the foot pegs for the pillion are soft on the calf of the rider, where in most of the products it pinches the rear of leg very distractingly when trying to fiddle the scooter amidst traffic. One more on this list can be added are those two hooks which the scooter holds for an extra mile utility. For the last from features, there comes seat height adjustment that is India's first and spearheads Gusto to be used by any of the family members like a family car. Engine is of the same 110cc which its rivals too are consisted of producing 8 bhp and 9 Nm of torque. It must be admitted that ride and handling of the scooter is simply better, and as said, the corners and turning ability just perfected with those slight chipped out portions on edges of the front apron. The bumps are soaked up nicely by both the suspensions without a hitch. Responsively, the vibrations are totally chopped off and the scooter waves up to 80 km/h in a jiff. I must admit that overtaking capability or the launch power is of top class here. Nothing comes close to it and it swoops past the rest with only leaving them in those wide-angular side mirrors. Need not to forget the wheels measure 12 inches in size but lacks disc brake. That is the only disappointment which may be taken over by the R&D officials soon. The overall review has laid us impressed after riding this, and the quality of materials used throughout is not to complain of. The easily operational switches, solid build quality and appreciative power at the twist making the fastest launch are some of the good remarks to mention, while there is almost next to none disappointment with the Gusto. On the top of all, the fuel efficiency gauged the meter at something more to 40 km/L in the city, whereas above 45 in the mix of highway and urban driving both. So folks, head and test ride one. You'll definitely experience the difference between Mahindra and the rest. Our final verdict is thumbs up for its future. Feel free to pen down your feedback in the comment section below.